Hello and welcome to Ellaeenah Ascension Network. I am Elena, and I am honored to be your light friend eternally. Through inspired meditations and channelings from the cosmic overlord JadeFire and other divine masters of white light, let us proceed together on our spiritual journey as lovers of Gaia and beings of divine light. I invite you to visit our sacred space of learning and oneness, www.jadefirelight.com/blog, to read and hear discourses that provide self-empowering divine wisdom. From my soul to yours, in love, light, and faith divine, I am Elena JadeFire. I am Shakti. I am Goddess. I am Divine Mother. Call me by whatever name you wish. I am Durga. I am Mary. I am Tara. I am Saraswati. I am Shakti. Before you can hear Shakti, we wish you to connect to the goddess that resides within. Deeply connect to your goddess. And let your goddess give you one word to describe her strength. I got that. That which you have received. Trust in that completely. It is that aspect of the goddess that you are that shall take you through the coming times. Do not forget this word or words. You shall be asked to remember them again and again in the coming 18 to 24 months. You shall draw your power, your Shakti from this. The energy of Mother, Goddess, Gaia, Shakti, feminine energy, in its most sacred and purified form, is so strong that it was not until the beginning of this decade that the Shakti energy was able to enter the Earth's atmosphere as the leading, predominant energy. in the late 1999 and early 2000, Shakti made its first strong mark upon the rays that filter through the Earth's atmosphere. Before that time, it was not possible. Human energies had not evolved enough to be able to take in the predominance of Shakti, sacred goddess. And today, humanity has come to an extremely vital place, point, position in its evolution. In each and every personal matrix now, Shakti must become predominant. This task is far more challenging than you might currently appreciate. Not even 1% of humanity today, not even 1% of humanity today has Shakti as the predominant energy in their personal matrix. That energy which dominates is not even the purified Shiva. If it were a purified Shiva, for example in Babaji, there would be no problem or difficulty in Shakti entering that personal matrix and taking predominance. The energies that flood the personal matrices of a very large number of humanity is an impure, dysfunctional Shiva energy. The Shiva energy does not seek to control. The power of the male, masculine energy does not lie in control as is so commonly believed in your world. When it reveals itself as control, it shows its bastardized face. So the first part of this challenge is to purify the energy that is at present predominant within you. And the Shakti energy shall follow without any invitation, without any invocation. Beloved, that energy which you are striving to be one with, which you call the I am, is nothing else but Shakti, divine goddess. Even in your word, Goddess, do you not have the word God? That is Shakti, beloved. That is the I am. That Shakti, which within its greatness embraces, embodies and holds the Shiva. The word God does not hold Goddess. And of course, words would be meaningless, but we use these words because of the meaning and the interpretation that humanity has given to it. When the word God is spoken, the pronoun he is instantly associated with it. Humanity has imbued the word God, the word that actually embodies an energy that is neither masculine nor feminine. But humanity has imbued it with the masculine, and so in your world it is. But where there is only masculine, the feminine is pushed out of recognition, is pushed beyond acknowledgement. What started in 2000 must now begin its second phase. It has completed its work with the earth, and that is why Gaia is supreme today. But it must now begin its second phase of starting its work upon personal matrices. And only you as human beings can do this. The first step is to recognize the dysfunctional masculine and the dysfunctional feminine within you. And what you have identified today as your power of Shakti, it shall be that shall put its challenges before you. So you shall have the challenge of forgiveness, and then oneness. The challenge of power, the challenge of love, the challenge of satisfaction, the challenge of faith. That which is your greatest strength of the goddess that you are shall be used to create those circumstances that shall help you to move into your Shaktihood. And why should that strength be used? To some it might seem as though the strength becomes the reason for your punishment. But beloveds, it is no punishment. Your greatest strength is being used so that you can most effectively battle the challenges ahead. And if your greatest strength is faith, then why should we use anything else other than faith to help you battle through life?
That's it. I'm not that strong in my faith.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
And this is a statement for all of you. She is not that strong in her faith. And she is not that strong in her peace. And she is not that strong in her vivacity and vivaciousness. Because the Shakti that flows through you is a dysfunctional goddess energy. In fact, not even a goddess energy. It is just feminine energy.
So what does one do?
And that is the question we have come to answer today. So what does one do? First, you must start studying your energies as two distinct energies. The dysfunctioning male and the dysfunctioning female. You have all been made aware that the Rahu-Saturn conjunct is in Libra. Libra is the sign of balance, the union of the masculine and the feminine. And this stays for over 1.5 years. This is the time to address the Shiva and Shakti within you. There is no better time. It can be challenging, yes, as a period. But at no other time in your history has it been easier to meet those challenges. So you shall address that dysfunctioning masculine and feminine. We do not even need to tell you the manifestations of a dysfunctional masculine and feminine. You have read so much about it and so much has been spoken. Refresh your memories if you have forgotten. But be exceedingly honest. As you go down the list of manifestations of the dysfunctional energies, start ticking off the ones you know are true for you. Do not make excuses as I am this way only in this small situation. The rest of the time I am fine. That small situation shows a dysfunctioning energy. Do you really wish for it to grow larger and show itself to you in many more occasions? And then all those that you have ticked. And you might be surprised that you have actually ticked them all. Start addressing them. If you wish one by one, if you wish all at a time, that course is up to you. But address them you must. Now there is no option left. What you do not address, the Rahu-Saturn conjunct shall address for you. Once you have made yourself aware of the dysfunctioning energies within you and have started resolving those, setting them right, and you may need to use a multi-pronged method. You might need, for example, yoga and pranayama and meditation and chakra balancing. But one direction cannot be forgotten. Whatever work you do as an energy healing, it shall remain ineffective if you do not consciously, willfully, intelligently practice it in everyday living. Catch yourself when you have faltered. Discover why you faltered. What was the trigger that was so huge that it made you momentarily forget your endeavor? Stop using the words, I can't. I can't give up this. I can't do this. Those are the words of a coward. Goddesses do not use the word can't. Because goddesses create. Where is the question of can't? Whatever you cannot do, create it. Only then will you be ready to receive the surging in of the Divine Goddess. Only then will you be ready for Shakti to enter and take predominance in your energy matrix. For that part, you have to do nothing. What you have to work upon is the dysfunctioning energies. Clear the dysfunction. Now, it is essential to understand the meaning of these words. Predominance of the Shakti energy. As we have said, the Shakti energy has become the predominant in the Earth's atmosphere since 2000. Because of this, a large number of women who were earlier submissive, passive, timid, meek, have suddenly begun to show what they consider as their strength. But the dysfunctioning energies within have not been cleared. And so the Shakti energy that is all around you, which naturally enters your energy space, again gets dysfunctional. And this time the dysfunctionality gets even stronger. So, a large number of women who have considered themselves as strong and powerful have actually begun to manifest an extremely strong manifestation of their dysfunctioning energy. So you have women all around the world who are suddenly out to get the men. The women who were subjected to abuse, oppression by the males, either in their families or communities or societies, are rebelling. Is that a good sign? Yes. At least they have moved beyond their passivity. But they haven't become goddesses. Shakti does not need to rebel. Shakti does not need to take control. Shakti does not need to compete and put the other down. Shakti does not seek to humiliate and insult the masculine energy. Remember what we said. The word goddess embraces the word God. And that is the relationship of the God and the goddess. An embrace, a balance, a respect, a union, a oneness. Many have considered that the love and the compassion aspect of Shakti, the merciful aspect of Shakti, is revealed when you take on or dwell in another's pain. That is a dysfunctioning feminine energy. How can you help her out of her pain if you feel that pain as well? That is not compassion. Compassion and empathy is not about feeling and getting caught in the same pain as the one you seek to help. Compassion is allowing yourself to be a mirror in the most gentle, power-filled, one way that you possibly can. One, united. That is compassion. Compassion is also seeing the other as your mirror. And that passivity and that grief or that rebellion or that pain somewhere lies within you. And that is compassion and that is empathy. From that compassion and from that empathy, the help that you shall give shall be beyond what you think you are capable of currently. So many of you at present give help by thinking first in your mind, poor thing. As soon as you have uttered poor thing in your mind space, you have added to that energy and your help is less than half effective. We urged this medium to step back from her work for 1 week. She thought it was for grounding, which of course she needed. It was so that she would move out of the poor thing space she had gotten into, because so many she can see are being challenged by so much. That is not Shakti. That is not her power. That was her being dysfunctional. And her power is the power of the Divine Mother. She had to step back. If any of you find yourself in those positions as healers and counselors, step back. Give yourselves a few days off. Step back. Poor thing is not going to help anyone, and it's going to harm you the most. Competition is not an aspect of Shakti. I must be better. Better than whom? Wiser than whom? Richer than whom? In today's world, the women who are certainly getting stronger, yes, dysfunctionally or not, but stronger, are largely competing with their male counterparts, be it their husbands, their fathers, their brothers, their friends, their bosses at work. How often have women not asked this question? What can we not do better that a man can do well? That is not the question that Shakti would ask. That is a question that a dysfunctioning feminine energy would ask. We shall take questions.
I've been wondering for the last week, I know I have to work with authority. I don't really know what authority is.
This is ignorance of Shakti. So let us understand her question. I do not know what authority really is. We have already discussed that authority is not control. Authority is not blame. Authority is not imposition on another. In fact, all of these are revelations that there is no authority. Authority is knowing who you are. Authority is knowing what you desire without judging it as right or wrong, good or bad. Authority is doing everything in your power to create the fulfillment of that desire without any one single human being hurt in the process. Now you shall say, but when I exert my authority, another's authority that seems to want what I don't want, shall definitely get hurt. And our answer to this is, look around. Look around at your world. There is fire. Does water not exist? There is air. Does fire not exist? There is water. Does earth get washed away? Shakti has no duality. So when you ask what another wants, there is duality. There is separation. When Shakti manifests itself, there is oneness. How can you attain that authority? Our answer again is first, remove the dysfunctioning energies. Recognize them, acknowledge them, remove them. The greater the number of people living day-to-day lives, not in ashrams, not as hermits, not as recluses, living day-to-day lives with Shakti energy predominating, the quicker shall be evolution. The fewer shall be the challenges of evolution. Our voice has to go out to humanity at large. But it can go out through each one of you. We can approach only small pockets. You can approach far more than we could ever approach. Each time, with each person, in each situation, that you become aware of the dysfunctioning masculine or feminine within you, and take steps at that moment to right the imbalance, you shall not only serve yourself, but through your emanating pure Shakti energy, you shall help the other to right the imbalance as well. That is unconditional service. A service that is given where the person is not even aware. Shakti does not need validation. Does not need a reward. Does not need gratitude. For Shakti has created all. The only one that Shakti is grateful to is Shakti. Shakti does not seek to forgive. For if you need to forgive her, there is duality, not Shakti. So maybe you could add one more step to recognition and acknowledgement. And let that step be forgiveness. Forgiving yourself. There is no one else to forgive. Beloveds, can you not understand that even now, as dysfunctioning energies, you are still predominant Shakti? But you are predominant dysfunctioning Shakti. And so all that you are creating is out of that dysfunctioning. But you are creating. There is no other way to be in this world. Shakti predominates. Shiva is embraced. So Shakti does not walk in front of Shiva. Shakti walks with Shiva. Your Christed consciousness teaches you wisdom, opens your mind to universal laws, allows you to welcome the energy of divine mind. It is time to even move beyond your Christed consciousness to the consciousness of the goddess. And the goddess is not a woman. The goddess is, as we just spoke to this beloved, it is the I am. I am God. I am goddess. I am. If I am goddess, in that goddess is embraced, I am God. I cannot be one without the other. The threefold violet flame. One is masculine, one is feminine, and one is the merger of the two, the I am. The violet flame can be used very effectively to burn through, burn away the dysfunctioning energies. Another way that you could attempt. First breath, in, inhalation, Om Namah Shivaya. Focus on the third eye. Breathe out gently. So the dysfunctioning masculine is breathed out. Second breath. Focus on the lower belly. But this time, the chant changes. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shakti. This is creation of balance. Breathe out the dysfunctioning energies. Third inhalation. Third eye again. Om Namah Shivaya. Breathe out the dysfunctioning masculine. Fourth breath. Lower belly. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shakti. Breathe out. Do this for 5 minutes. Then change. always alternating. Remember. Now we shall change. First breath, breathing in. Third eye, Om Namah Shakti. So Shakti begins to reside where you believe only Shiva can. Breathe out. Second inhalation. Lower belly. Om Namah Shakti. Om Namah Shivaya. Breathe out. Third breath in. Third eye. Om Namah Shakti. Breathe out. Fourth inhalation. Focus on lower belly. Om Namah Shakti. Om Namah Shivaya. For a further 5 minutes. Any further questions?
So that's 10 minutes.
Every day.
At a fixed time or any time?
Anytime, any number of times.
And can we do the violet flame with, the pointers we found, the dysfunctional feminine energies?
Of course.
So you kind of place those.
This is again only an energy tool. We have asked you to remember that no energy tool will be completely effective if the practical, day-to-day living, dysfunctioning energy is not resolved. You could very effectively use the violet flame to blaze through that. Not only as an energy exercise, but as a conscious living exercise. So you are caught in a situation and you realize that you have acted out of a dysfunctioning Shiva or a dysfunctioning Shakti. It takes but one moment of the most power-filled intent to blaze the violet flame. There and then, at that spot, with your realization.
Can males also do this?
Of course.
Children?
Males must do this. Just because we use the word goddess does not mean that we are referring to women. The goddess in the males must come to life. This world has given such skewed belief systems to their boys, to their men, for them to even acknowledge that they have a feminine energy often becomes difficult, if not impossible. Why do you think gay people are persecuted and condemned? Because when they see the strong feminine energy, however dysfunctional it might be, but it is still a strong feminine energy residing in a male body. That feminine energy, which they have suppressed within themselves, is threatened to the core. Because all is mirrored. Have you not seen some men who have such effeminate ways? Not gay, but effeminate ways. Take on a demeanor of humiliating, abusing, dominating others, Why are they doing this? To make themselves believe that their male energy is dominant. Because they are aware at a subliminal level. They are aware of their effeminate ways. They do not wish to see this mirrored. Why are rapes taking place? The purified Shakti has entered the earth's atmosphere. As this enters the earth's atmosphere, it must enter the personal energy systems of all. It has to be. As it enters the personal energy systems of those who have memories, cellular memories of humiliation by feminine energies, shall now react in anger and violence in order to set right what they think is balance. Of course, none of this is intelligent or conscious at all. Women who have huge conflicts with other women have similar issues of humiliation, rejection, abandonment at the hands of feminine energies. These cellular memories now have to be released. But because the energy systems are so strongly dysfunctional, they are released in these ugly, ugly ways. But with the abuse and the rapes that are on, have you not seen how those who have been at the hands of the rapists have risen up to strength? That is also because the purified Shakti enters. Yes, what you are seeing all around you seems rather ugly. In all its faces, in all its forms. The ugliness is only because the dysfunctionality is now being manifested. Cellular memories that will hinder the surging in of the purified Shakti, of the divine goddess, have to be eliminated.
This is something to do with sex. A heterosexual, is it natural, so-called natural, because it's a balance of a masculine and feminine?
Let us address this very, very, very consciously today. Heterosexual sex seems to be the only manifestation of a balanced sexual act, male and female. But we are here to tell you that every sexual act is a balance of the male and the female. Even gay relationships, one has predominant feminine, the other one has predominant masculine. They come together in completion, in union. The separation is sought to be reduced to unity. the outward sexual act is not important. Sex as an energy created by Shakti serves an important purpose: to bring unity. Not unity between male and female, unity in humanity, of which, of course, the most apparent duality seems male and female. No more is that divine purpose being served. For those, a large number, who are engaging in the sexual act, are doing it to dominate out of passivity. There is resentment, there is lack of interest, there is a victimization, there is an oppression. Where is the union? It has become purely and sordidly physical. The sexual energy shall arise in its purity, but not for a long time to come. First, the purified Shakti must create an inner environment. The sexual energy, its purpose was to aid in the creation of that inner environment. But gross dysfunctionality has completely changed the sexual energy. Blackened it, darkened it. But it shall arise. That shall be the last stage of human evolution. And the last of the last stage of human evolution shall be when a sexual act does not need physicality and shall still remain the most exciting sexual act. Strong, power-filled. You cannot even imagine, you cannot even comprehend what we are saying. But that is the last of the last stage.
Is that why mankind has already discovered procreation of energy?
No, beloved. Procreation at that time shall be the merging the sexual act without physicality and still leading to procreation. Much like what your so-called extraterrestrials have. They consciously, willfully create a new energy being using their own energies. And that procreation is not left to chance. It shall be what the two determine. And in some so-called extraterrestrial communities, beloved, it is not about two energy beings. Communities engage in what you might choose to call the energy of sex and procreate, not one, but a large number. And that is how they evolve. For they consciously choose a large number that shall be even better than they are. And that is conscious evolution.
Have we started it with our in vitros?
Not at all. I am Shakti. I am Goddess. Call me by whatever name you shall choose. I am Durga, I am Mary. I am Tara, I am Saraswati. I am Goddess. I am the Divine Mother, the Creator of all that has been, is, and shall ever be. I am Shakti.
I know that